4 tackles this year.
It's the Jets and the Chiefs. And it comes
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit... So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set. And off we go here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Mike, where he did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Catch made there by Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. First down for Aaron. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll run, it's Hall. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. A dive, and he's in. Breece Hall, touchdown Jets. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's used his legs to great effect this year. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Another run here with Paul. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And he'll take it on in. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Badgley now, attack on the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Paul. A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. On the run, here's Hall. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got it at about the 8. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Badgley's extra point is good. And the Jets will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll find his man, Mecole Hardman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. A give here to Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. Out
of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. The Jets have the advantage. We'll be back. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Jets will take over possession here at the 44.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. It's first down, and it's Paul. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hall. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense. Still 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's into the hands of Xavier Gibson. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup, and it brings us to 4th down. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drop. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Jets extend the lead to 24-0.
Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Rodgers to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Again, it's Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. His kick is good. And the Jets extend the lead to 24-0.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Receiver in motion, headed left. A handoff to Pacheco. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give up the middle with Hall. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Michael Dana brings him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. 3rd down coming up. Rodgers now. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Throwing, Rodgers. This one caught by Lazar. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held them just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, Jets. Here's Badgley for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jets move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Yellow.
They send him right out of the slot. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. And this is blocked. A big hole. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in Houston. And it's the Seahawks who are on top as that game has gone to halftime. The Seahawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and it'll lead to a second down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That's caught over the middle, it's Wilson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. On the handoff, here comes Hall. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. They face second down and 7. On the give, it's Hall. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face third and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he's going to have the Jets first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down. They give to Hall. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On third down, Rodgers, that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Joshua Williams.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too...
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where, put me in the mind of the play caller. Are you thinking just keep the ball on the ground right now?
I think it's hard. I think a lot of it has to do with how much confidence do you have that he can work himself through it, because as the turnovers continue to stack up, your biggest fear is that the confidence breaks down. So a lot of this is really just how well do you understand, what kind of relationship do you have with your quarterback. If you think you can get him through it, keep putting the ball in his hands. If you think he's done for the day, you got a big question you got to answer, whether he should even be in the game.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked up by Sauce Gardner.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Rodgers. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Rodgers going up top again. open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Again, it's Rodgers. That is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquil. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run with Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Mahomes. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. That one caught by Wilson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Well, that's a nice one for the stat line. That last grab, his 50th on the season. Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Allen in motion. From the gun, Rodgers. The open man is Wilson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Receiver in motion, going right. First down for Aaron. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good, but See if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game.
Yellow.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Mahomes now to throw again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
15.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. The ball comes out. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands. But only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head. But that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Mahomes now to throw on second down. That one is complete to Hartman. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat